it, let's see it. That's a lie.
Hey, hello there, wrestling fans, and welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am Joe Panther III, and man, oh man, Ringside crew, I heard from a bunch of Italians that I needed to have this young lady on and then I knew because she's amazing. Introduce yourself to my internationally known audience.
I have to introduce myself.
If
I
you
want
want
to speak
to.
to your manager there, Joe.
I know my manager. He's tired. My manager. He was tired today. He got mad at me because I didn't get on my A game. So, Emily, what's going on? Welcome to Dudes at Ringside podcast.
Oh yeah, so I'm Emily Saxton. I am a professional wrestler, former full-time YouTuber, content creator, social media, internet sensation, you name it. And now just wrestler, marketer, and I guess still an influencer, but I only post influential clips of me wrestling and working out pretty much now.
It's amazing. It's an honor to be being in the same room or virtually in the same room with the person that like it's a YouTuber. I've been on the YouTube space for like 11 years, and like originally it was like just a WWE pre and post or just post shows, and now this podcast has existed for 5 years. Like I just been
Congrats
rolling.
on that.
Thank you. And Ghost Head Nerd Talk is my other baby. It's on hiatus. I got to bring it back so hard because that's my original child. That is why I got on YouTube, because I love Ghostbusters so much. And it made me feel like I was that guy walking around the library going, and on your left is the old Ecto one. No, not the white one, the black one with the purple lights. No, yeah, it was supposed to have purple lights. That was like me on YouTube telling people the little jizz stuff about YouTube. But yourself, with the YouTube space, and like, how did you get into this big circle of being on the internet and wanting to make videos?
So that started literally back when I was probably a kid. I remember me and my cousins, and yes, cousins, one day thought it'd be cool to film like a movie outside. So my cousin had a camcorder and I had a computer when he was here visiting from Maryland. My other cousins that are local were also here for like a family function. And we filmed something dumb. I don't even remember what it was. And he's like, yeah, we can edit it on your computer. I was like, what do you mean on my computer? And it was Windows Movie Maker, like an OG editing software from back in the day. And that's what kind of got me started into like making videos. And then it turned to like gaming videos, and gaming videos turned into vlogs, and vlogs turned into narrative series with creators I've worked with. And so then me doing like, I try X, Y, and Z. And then that turned into me trying pro wrestling, which turned into me as a pro wrestler.
Wow. So who trained
The
you?
man. So yeah. So how like it all really started was based off, before I go into it, like my original trainer is Tony Cini, and then I do drop-ins at the Worldwide Wrestling Dojo where the head trainer is Cheeseburger. But how it all like started was I had this idea for a YouTube video where I was like, you know, I tried XYZ, I tried this, and I was like, oh, I know this guy Grim, you know, he's a YouTube friend of mine. Hey, I want to try pro wrestling for a video. Can we do it? And so I kind of learned how to bump, terrifying, and do all this stuff, and had my first ever shitty match. Did that, and I started becoming like an in and out character on GTS. And then around this time last year, I started training under Tony Cini, and he, you know, started doing training sessions. And I just remember there was like one weekend, there was a GTS taping. I was going to go to like the training session that morning, but I couldn't make it. I forget what happened. So I was late and only went for the taping. But I remember he gave like a really passionate speech. And it's because he knew, but nobody else knew that Monday he was going to end up, being in Buffalo for Raw and possibly being on the show. I think he got punched in the face by Seth Rollins. I'm not sure if it was Rollins or Punk. I think it was Rollins. But I remember like he gave this very passionate thing about like, coming to the trainings and doing this and doing that, like a speech to the whole group. And I was like, it really resonated with me. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah. And so from there on, I literally went to every single training session that he did. Had to take a break in June because I had to get, I was getting weight loss surgery done because I struggled to lose weight for years. And basically, like 3 weeks up to like getting weight loss surgery, I was doing 100 push-ups a day, right? And I remember he's like, "Oh, you really do want to be a pro wrestler?" Because like I would send him like constant snaps of me like doing a batch of 10 or a batch of 20, like 100 a day for like almost 3 weeks. And then like the final week got a little tough because of lack of nutrients because I had to be like on a full liquid diet at that point going into the surgery. And day 30, I got cleared and it was just right back into the ring and training with him. And he got me prepared for my second ever indie match, which was a private birthday show. Got me prepared to then do a debut match for Titan Championship Wrestling in Hoboken, New Jersey, which I hate Hoboken, New Jersey,
Oh, geez.
character wise. But then because of all the training he helped, put me through, got me ready for at the time what was the biggest match of my career to date, which was Brewery Brawl 2, where I was going in as the GTS United States champion. And I had a 55-day reign that came to an end to Francesca Chini. But he's played a very pivotal role in training me very early on. And, when we couldn't train anymore at the GTS ring, he recommended a place for me to go. And it started off with just dropping in once a week at the Worldwide Wrestling Dojo. And then that eventually turned into 2 times a week because I was like, this is a really fun place, a really great trainer. And, sometimes I get to train under Preacher Phineas James. I'm sorry, Preacher, for butchering your name there. And yeah, and because of that, we really weren't able to train because of the weather. And he sent me there, and it turned into me just constantly dropping in and improving and getting better. And a lot of the opportunities I have had happen for shows I'm currently on or promotions I'm going to be working soon, all have to play because of him. And I know he's going to say, well, you put in the work, but he's also helped lead me to these places. It's one of those sayings, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it. Well, I'm the horse and I'm, in essence, drinking the water in that way.
You're
Yeah.
galloping, you're running, and then tripping, but then you got it.
All the time. All the time. I'm always falling.
Oh, jeez.
Pun
So when
intended.
you,
Wrestling.
Emily, so when you first got your green light, like I've asked this to like tons of other wrestlers. This question: did you have your gear put together, or was it a thought and process on what you will wear to the ring and like the whole Emily garb? Did you have that down, or was there like a Marvel like how it started and how it goes now, like your gear?
So yeah, that's a great question. Basically, like I said, how it started was with the I Tried Pro Wrestling video, and that had me just like wear like knockoff Rhea Ripley type makeup, you know. But it also was just like a GTS t-shirt and like leggings, and that evolved into just whatever random things I could find from Amazon. And quite frankly, a lot of my gear I use, like my bodysuits I use, are from Amazon, believe it or not, because I don't got like hundreds of dollars to shell out on gear, but I make sure what I do buy fits me and my character. Like this coat,
Love it.
it fits me and my character. It was an Amazon buy. Like my boots, had to spend money for good boots, right? I needed ankle support, especially coming off a very bad ankle injury
Mm.
in years prior. Um, on top of that, I got AMA knee pads and elbow pads from High Spots. Those are like the more protective stuff I'm willing to spend the more money on. Because right now I'd much rather spend $20-$30 on a bodysuit versus a couple $100s to something more custom, especially while I'm still losing weight. So it's more of those just what do I think will fit me and my character? What can I find on the internet? Oh, that works perfect. I'm gonna buy it.
Awesome. So how many times a day do you train?
So it's interesting because I have a legit job because I'm not a full-time creator anymore. So in terms of training in the gym, I cut back from 6, 7 days a week to anywhere from 3 to 5, just so those days I'm more dialed in and more focused. Mondays, more specifically, very early in the morning, I train with a personal trainer and working more on like mobility, opening my hips up, opening my shoulders up a lot on my left side. Um, and then outside of that, I'm in the gym when I can get in early in the morning and then do my work, what I got to do if I'm home or in office. And then I go to the dojo twice a week to train
Oh,
as
wow.
well. Yeah.
So my favorite question I've asked the guests, this is like the new question I asked. I started last year and I brought it this year. Would you consider yourself a last minute Lucy or an early bird when you pack in the bag for the show?
What do you mean by that? Like getting ready for the.
Yeah, like the day before a show, there's that one person that goes, "Nah, they have the bag out, but everything is not where it should be," and they're just like, "Eh." And then the next day they're running around like Tasmanian devil running around the house when they realize they have to be at the venue at like 6:45 for for the meeting, and they're running around. Oh, where's my boots? Oh, where's my thing? And there's other people that are
So
just like the day before, do grab everything. Like they
so
know.
it depends. If I'm traveling out of state, I try to be the night before. But I'm also a very last minute person to where if it's the night before, I'm panicking last second the night before. But if it's day of, it's just like, okay, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. So I just try to keep all my gear right by where my bag is. So then I can
Mm.
organize it, make sure if I'm going to wear a bodysuit or this or that, I have what I need for that day and what I plan on wearing. So, like, if there's days where I know I'm only doing TTA stuff, I'm gonna have like my fancier clothes, but I still make sure to pack some gear because you never know. So as Matt Cardona always says, always be ready, right? So I'm always ready just in case, like, oh, yep, I got my boots, knee pads, bodysuit, etc., right there. But I also got my normal gimmick. If I'm doing managerial things, like big words, long
English. If you
day.
see me,
Yes.
I always say Joe English, English. Like I have to prep myself. I'm my producer. I'm my representative. I'm my water guy. No, he says no. Drink your saliva. Got it. Okay. Oh, it's hard to be your only person that takes care of everything. No, he's now. It's one of those Gen Alphas. He's telling me to get back on the job. Get off your phone.
Oh,
I got to stop hiring kids to do my job. Um, when it comes to like wrestling, and have you ever thought that like, wow, I'm now in the middle of this independent wrestling scene that could make or break you? Like, you ever think about it with the indie wrestling scene nowadays? It's you could either market yourself one way or market yourself another way. Like you can market yourself pretty much any way you want. Good guy, bad guy, like friendly to fans, mean to the fan. You know what I mean? You can market yourself any way you want nowadays.
yeah, I wouldn't say like the make or break it aspect. For me, just wrestling is about having fun and telling stories. When it comes to marketing, I am very good at marketing because it's what I do for my shoot job, being a content creator first, then coming into the wrestling world. So I know how to be entertaining, go viral, get myself marketed easily. So if I want to market myself as a babyface, I know how to do it and then bring that to places. But I also know how to market myself as a heel because everybody likes to say I'm a Karen. I don't think I'm a Karen. I just want to talk to the manager here and there, like anybody else with a rightful mind should do.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, for me, it's just, I don't consider it make or break. I like to have fun. And if I post something that goes viral, cool. If not, oh, cool. But like when I really want to try to get something to pop off, I know I will because it's just a science right behind it. Like I posted a workout video today. I know it's not going to go viral. The whole point of it wasn't to go viral. It's just to share of like, oh yeah, here, this is what I'm doing. But if I post something more serious, I know it probably would go viral.
So you said you faced one of my former guests. You were also trained by one of the other Cheenies. So why are you and her such in a big rivalry? Like, did she do something wrong? Step on your feet? Like, what? What? Why don't you like her? She seems
Oh,
kind of.
you want the tea. Oh
Oh yeah, I,
man.
that's what that's That's why I'm like the Brady Piper of podcasting. You give me a microphone, I'm
I'm
gonna
trying to think how much to keep kayfabe and how much
let's
to
go kayfabe. Let's not go let's not go real life kayfabe.
break kayfabe. Maybe I'll break kayfabe a little. Um, Francesca Chini. Wow, I have had, I want to say, 7 matches on the Indies now, outside of GTS. Like 7 matches in front of a live crowd. Let's put it like that. And 6. I'm 0-7, by the way. 0-7. Great record. You know, I'm trying to do the reverse Undertaker here.
Yeah.
6 of my 7 losses have come to Francesca Chini.
Mm.
You know, we go back to the private birthday match show, or the private show I did for Titan. Lost to Francesca Chini. The next following week, my official Titan debut, lose to Francesca Chini. 2 weeks later, Brewery Brawl 2, GTS, 400 people, packed out show. I'm a champion going in. My family's there. My family's surprisingly booing me. All of them rooting for her. My niece and nephew rooting for her. Francesca Chini beats me for 400 people, takes my title after a wonderful 55-day reign. And we move on to some other shows and whatnot. Go to Connecticut for my Connecticut debut. Francesca Chini beats me. I have a match in a mall in Connecticut. I'm in a battle royal. If anybody touches me, I was going to call their managers. You want to know who wasn't in the battle royal, Joe?
Chini.
Francesca Chini. You want to know who got me eliminated from that battle royal, Joe?
Francesca Chini.
Are you starting to see the pattern here?
Yeah, it's all happening in one spot.
I am like Superwoman and she's kryptonite. Anytime she's around, I lose. And now just 2 weeks ago at Titan Championship Wrestling for Wrestlers to the Rescue 3, I was in a mixed tag match with Robbie Romero versus Magic and Francesca Chini. Do you know what happened?
You lost.
Can you guess to who?
Miss Chini, yes.
Yeah. And that's why I think we are a rivalry. She might not agree to that, you know. She's got a perfect record against me, but I know one day soon, Emily Saxton, will get the best of Francesca Chini, the wrestler. But the human side is a great person.
Yeah.
I'll break kayfabe real quick.
Yeah.
No, breaking out of character. It's great that a lot of my matches so far have been against her, and I know future opponents down the line for other promotions and what's lined up for me won't be her. But to have a lot of my live experience be against somebody that I've done a lot of my training with has been really helpful. She's a wonderful wrestler, wonderful human. And it's been great to work matches with her. And she knows what I'm capable of and what I could do, and you know, my things I'm the best of and the things I'm not the best of. And we structure really good, entertaining matches around that. And it's always been fun. And outside of that, she's my real life best friend, I like to say. And so when you get to work your best friend in matches and build a rivalry around it, it makes it so much fun. But back to kayfabe, I hate Francesca Chini.
And if it wasn't for her, I would never know who you are. And I of course, you know, my outside Joe Panther is Joe Vertiguez, and he saw the red hair, and he's just like, and I'm like holding the picture, and it's like, redhead. Joe, stop it. Joseph, stop being weird. No. Go back into Joe's body. Don't be weird. Stop staring at, stop licking the glass. My Joseph, my real self was like, book her, red hair. It gets views. Everybody likes redheads.
I pull views. That's facts.
Yes, I work with a girl that had red hair, and I had to set her straight, and she got mad at me. Like the first time we met this girl, she didn't like me because she caught me saying, "Oh, she's a redhead." She came flying back into the kitchen. I am not a redhead. I'm strawberry blonde. And when she runs back out, and I go, she's just in denial. She's a
I'm a
redhead.
strawberry blonde. I'm a strawberry blonde.
But you have, I don't know. She has that redheaded, like that vibe, like that. Like, calm down. We became friends. We're like besties now. So
Oh, nice.
even though it's like I feel like that I'm like Uncle Joey or like whatever, I have to keep her in line so she's not mad all the time. So, with you being on YouTube and I'm on YouTube, what kind of advice would you give a person that's just getting into the game like me, like these younger YouTubers that are watching this video and they want to take anything from this episode that you would say that you were on YouTube longer than me? I don't know how long have you been on YouTube, but what kind of advice would you have for any newer YouTubers?
Idea, title, thumbnail.
Mm.
It's you got to think about packaging, right? What's the first thing somebody's going to see? Like when you open YouTube, you're going to see like 8 thumbnails in front of your face if you're on the computer, or maybe 2 on your phone, right? And that's what YouTube's serving you right off the bat. What video are you likely to click on? What's going to make you interested in clicking on something? What thumbnail catches your eye? What title catches your eye? So you got to make things that genuinely stand out. You got to think of, with the title of like clickability, factors of that. Let me do a thing that I used to would like do based off of like when I was like a YouTuber trying to come up with ideas like I tried blank. Okay, let me think of things I could do for I tried. I tried racing skateboards, right? Or it's like I tried the world's strongest lifting machine or something, right? It's just about like taking ideas and then taking that, like, think of like, like I tried blank, or can I survive blank, 100 hours doing blank, right? Things that would catch people's eyes, that would be entertaining. So clickability, the packaging is really it. And then the first 30 seconds of like a video. Because if you don't have people hooked within that first 30 seconds, more likely they're going to click off and the retention's going to take a hit and YouTube's not going to push it as much.
All right. Well, I have a few more. I'd like 3 more questions. The one of the questions is if you could be locked in an elevator with anybody within the wrestling business in GTS or just in the indie scene, who would that person be?
Anybody in the wrestling business?
Like indie wrestling that you've
Oh,
been
I thought you
around.
meant like in general. Oh,
Well, you
okay.
could go in general too, like, or if you've been with them at Titan or at GTS, who would you love to be locked in an
I
elevator
so
with?
so I'll do indies and I'll do like the top, right?
Yeah.
Indies, man, I'd love to be trapped in the elevator with my friends, right? Because I used to be a volunteer firefighter, so I'll be trying to like get us out of the elevator. Um, you'd probably it'd be funny, but trap me in the elevator with the Cheenies because I can just, the jokes I know that would be made, more specifically, probably by me trying to do dumb shit to get us out of the elevator. I'd be dying laughing. And just to see the reaction of Coach's face when I do something stupid is always great. I call Tony Coach because he's my original trainer and coach. So like if I do something stupid, just the look of like, "Ah, Jesus, Emily." So like to have that happen, that would be funny. So it'd be all the Cheenies, and if we're gonna go like top,
Yeah.
probably like my biggest inspiration, which is Chelsea Green, my biggest role model.
She's awesome.
Yeah, because then I could just pick her brain on wrestling and whatnot, and then we could talk about how we want to complain to the manager about being trapped in the elevator and what
I
kind
can
of
see it
compensation
now.
and
Like
what kind of compensation are they willing to give us for them trapping us in an elevator. Actually, that's a
that,
YouTube
I'd be
video.
blamed because my dumb luck. I'd be sitting in the back of the elevator, but my head down like this, and then you both look at me like, "Weren't you supposed to be on your phone promoting this whole thing, Joe?" And I'm like, "My phone died like 15 minutes ago. What the hell?" Like
Yeah,
that's how the video ends. What do you got to say about this
yeah.
podcaster?
Like if you were trapped in the elevator, like the title is like, can you survive trapped in the elevator for 24 hours, or one, 100 hours in an elevator, or trapped in the elevator? Like now, like getting my idea, like YouTuber brain thinking is like, I survived 100 hours in the elevator, trapped in the elevator for 100 hours. And, like the list could go on. Like
With Chelsea Green.
how many people can you put in the elevator before it fails?
Oh my god. Great. I love this. I love it. I love it. Here we go. My next to last question.
Okay.
Would you rather, yeah, that once goes into the elevator. Um why what is your go-to meal after a show?
After a show, I really like the shows sometimes get late. So like before a show, I'll have like a protein shake
Okay.
mainly just because it's light. It'll sit easy in my 20% of its stomach that I have left. So I really don't eat after a show unless it's like a GTS taping. Some of us will go out to like an Applebee's.
Mm,
But yet again, I don't eat much, maybe get some boneless wings. Um, when it comes to say like after like a training session, usually I'll just stop at a Wawa. I will get a snack wrap, which is usually a chicken ranch snack wrap, and a Gatorade or a Prime for electrolytes, and then usually drive home. So very, very small and basic stuff.
awesome. My last question for you. If you could write a letter to a young Emily,
Okay.
what would you say to her and why?
Just it all works out. Just
Mm,
have faith, everything works out, and you're on the right path.
awesome. Emily, I want to thank you so much. Before we go, if my fans want to follow you on social media, my hand, or I did this. So on social media, that weird bubble that we are all on 24 hours a day, that bubble. How can they find you?
Just type my name in, Emily Saxton. You'll find me. I'm pretty much verified everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, it's Emily Saxton. TikTok, I'm Emily Saxton. Facebook, it's Emily Saxton, and that's pretty much it. You'll see the little blue badge.
I need
So,
I need to start spending money because I need to get the dudes at Ringside verified. It's been around 5 years,
well,
and
Twitter. I was originally a verified person before Elon messed all that up. IG, I got it, and then TikTok, I got it like when I had 30,000 followers.
I have. If I showed you later on how many followers I actually have, you my dad's like, how many? My every time Papa Panther asks me, I have to gulp and look at my followers. He goes, really? Like on YouTube, I'm at like 1,888.
YouTube, you need 100,000.
100,000. Okay, that's
Yeah.
why I haven't got those plaques yet. That I keep drooling every time I see them.
Yeah, you need 100,000 for the plaque and the check mark on YouTube. TikTok, and it was like the same with Twitter. News, like credibility, just like being like very kind of known. It was like the same with Instagram. So with like TikTok, I had at the time 30,000 followers, but I was working for a pretty large YouTuber, being seen by millions upon millions of people monthly, had a few news articles about me written, and on top of having my own following on different social media platforms with like over 100,000 on YouTube and all these like other social media apps, it was easier to get verified.
Mm. And my neighbor also used to work for YouTube, and he would give me pointers, and he's like, "Wow, I looked your name up, and I got a lot of stuff." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's what happens with me." And my mom started laughing. She said, "Don't be cocky." And I was like, "But again, Emily, I want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast, Miss Saxton.
Yeah, thank you
I
for
am
having
Joe
me.
Panther the Third.
And I would like to speak to your manager.
Okay, dang it. I am Joe Panther the Third, and you can find me here on the Joe Panther Variety Show on YouTube and everything else. But I gotta get my manager. We will catch you in the next one. Oh boy.